What's up, positive people? You got Dana here, and I'm chilling at the crib. Today is a mom day for me. I got parent-teacher conferences. I got kid stuff to do. And before I get into that stuff and, get on with my day, I wanted to come with y'all with a video that's kind of been like on my mind a lot. A lot of people request that I do like an update on my pros and cons video, but I felt like I needed to do this video first so that there were some sentiments that I knocked out about coming out here, what it is you want when you come out here, the attitude that you have to make a move out here work. Because a lot of the comments that I get on the video, especially from people that didn't like Seattle, is like they just stay griping about how it didn't work out and what they didn't have. So I have been here 4 years. So yeah, I got something to say in regards to this attitude. Excuse me, I keep adjusting my space heater. So anyway, we're gonna get into this list, and I basically call this list move. May not be the best move for you. I got some of the reasons why this, dead it. Okay, so the number one reason I would say, just to like get it out of the way, is you got priced out, like straight up. Like you came out here, and maybe the only logical scenario for you is to get roommates where it's like a large number of roommates and y'all are either sharing a larger space, like a bigger home, or you're in one of those situations where like you were like me when I came out here, you're renting a room and you're not digging that because maybe you haven't been able to find something better. I don't know. Rent is super expensive out here. I will say the good news is rent prices are going down, and I have found that like my landlord isn't raising the rent all ridiculously crazy because the housing market is starting to slow down. So that might be a reason, and it's a totally valid reason. The next reason I have is you don't enjoy time alone or time indoors a lot. And the reason why I say this is because a lot of the comments that I see are like, I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do. And like I said, a lot of people spend time at home getting into their passions. I'm definitely one of those people that now that I'm in year 4, I don't seek a lot of, social interaction. Like I'm a little older, my focus is on my kid. I'm really in this point of introspection. So for me, I never really minded not being in, in the action. I noticed right away that when I would go out and party that it wasn't all that. There are definitely, socialization opportunities to be had outside of the nighttime scene. There are clubs, there are groups that get together, there's meetup.com, like there's options. You really got to put yourself out there and find like minds. And that applies in any big city. That's not just a Seattle problem. Keep your expectations in check, especially, if you're coming from a place where you were comfortable. You can't expect to come out here and just think that everything's gonna fall in your lap. So the next thing is you enjoy the nightlife, but the stress of partying on Cap Hill and the money drain, you feel like it's a problem. And again, it's one of those things where it's just like, if you don't like it, there are other places to be. Federal Way has a really poppin' nightlife scene. Same for Tacoma, same for Everett. Get out there and explore. There's more to the state than just Seattle. There's more to the city life than just Seattle City nightlife. Back to nightlife, you're not willing to party down south. Like I said, I mentioned a couple places, some of which are on the south end, and it's amazing how many people completely shit on the south end. And I don't want to be a part of that movement. I think it has everything to do with the fact that it's a lot blacker in those areas, and I'm not subscribing to that at all. If you're looking for a party, there are a lot of parties down that way. Get into it. The next thing that I've seen is you haven't figured out the minefield that is Seattle online dating. For me, that should never work out. I think it's a big waste of time. I think a lot of people are just on there to have reckless sex, to have good sex, to have threesomes. Like I think a lot of people are on dating apps not to date, but just to have sex. And if you're into that, like by all means go for it. But for me, I'm one of those people, I need to like be in love with the person that I'm sleeping with. I'm one of those weirdos. So there was never anything for me on a lot of the dating apps. You know what I'm saying? So next, you claim that there's no culture, yet you're not getting into the culture of the city. You're trying to find the same things that you had in your old city. Like, get over it. This is not going to be like the last place you went to. Seattle is weird. The Pacific Northwest is weird, but Seattle is like weird. People's natural reactions a lot of the times are awkward for no reason. There's a lot of ghosting culture out here. A lot of that stuff you can't take personal. A lot of that stuff you cannot dwell on because it will drive you insane. And it's sad because you get a lot of people making videos about Seattle, but they won't tell you about the fact that, like, you know, they'll never tell you about how alienating it can be when you just want to genuinely assimilate, do as the Romans do in Rome, and you're finding that, you know, people spend, in the same way that I get people talking about how they say that transplants talk about where they're from a lot, Seattle people talk about how shit transplants old cities were. I've had tons of people tell me really bullshit things about Atlanta, and I'm like, a lot of the problems that Atlanta has are the same problems that Seattle has. Seattle, you know what I'm saying, has a crazy homeless problem, has a crazy heroin problem, has a crazy mental health crisis on its hands. Like, there's a lot of things here, and there are a lot of people throwing money at the problem instead of actually trying to solve the problem and get people real help and get people back on their feet. So, you know, what else do I have on this list? And like I said, I'm rattling this off, and I'm looking forward to somebody saying, you're stumbling all over this video and all these things. All my sentiments are true. Regardless of the delivery, all the sentiments are true. What else is there? I think that was pretty much it. I guess I'm saying all of this to say that regardless of the pros and cons of moving out here, there is a select group of people that just want to focus on the negative, or just want to focus on how much better off you'd be elsewhere. And I think what it really comes down to is a lot of people are annoyed that there's certain people here that, like I said, by design and by their own mediocrity, aren't getting ahead in their lives, even though they've been here their entire lives, and they don't understand how somebody with no understanding of a place can come in, understand the place, work within, you know what I'm saying, the parameters of life here, and, you know what I'm saying, get something for themselves. For me, it has everything to do with minding your own damn business. And I think as a collective, a lot of the people that I live around, a lot of the people here in Seattle need to do a better job of minding their own business. I think also too, people need to get introspective. Like I said, if you're busy minding your business and you're busy focused on your own stuff, you're not really worried about what the outside is doing. You're not worried about the public perceptions outside. There is a lot of fake tolerance out here. Check that. But there's also open racism down south. I think at this point in my life, I would much rather deal with passive pussy white people who ain't gonna tell me how they really feel and will anonymously kick shit down in the comment section than have to deal with the power structure that is Atlanta and, you know, the post-Jim Crow era. As the times go, things get more and more progressive, but here's the thing. The same amount of people are poor out there. Income equality is still a problem out there. A lot of people can't go from broke to rich. And my biggest thing, and the biggest pro and con of a city for anybody ought to be, does a place give you the hope? Does the place give you the drive? Does this place make you feel like you'll become better regardless of the outside stuff? And for me, I can say with extreme confidence that, like, I'm busy in my little corner, in my box here, and it's been good. It's been good money. My circle's really small, but the people in it are a great network of people. I found friends. It took time. I think in general, developing real true bonds out here does take time, because you also have to sift through the muck that is, you know what I'm saying, some people not being raised to be good people. And I think I would like to expand more on that in another video, but I think I want to wrap this up because, again, this was just a bigger thought on, you know what I'm saying, whiny crybaby culture out here, and this notion that, like, you're doing well, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come down and, like, say some little stuff and knock you off your game. And, like, I've had to remember, like, yo, I got everything that I need and more, and everybody's telling me how it's not working out for them. That's them. So if Seattle doesn't work out for you, I say get the hell on. But for the people that are really out here trying to chase a bag, trying to get themselves back together, fix certain things in their life, be better people in their lives, be better people to other people in their lives, this is a great place to be. Before I wrap this up, I just want to say that yeah, this is my hair. So till later. Peace, positive people.